From the beginning of time, humans have dealt with dangerous predators, some of them more perilous and sinister than others. Among these is a predator you cannot touch, you can't see, and you cannot feel it until it's too late. The human brain and spinal cord is surrounded by 3 membranes. Should anything enter or infect these vulnerable structures, there's no going back. The neisserias are the more serious forms of meningitis, succeeding in 1,000 to 2,600 cases in the United States each year, causing 11 to 19% of their victims to develop serious ramifications, demanding amputations of their limbs and toes in an attempt to halt the spread of infection, retardation, and deafness. And above all, death. These fastidious bacteria die within hours on inanimate surfaces, forcing them to invade areas of 95 to 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, areas like the human body, leaving people with severe, irreversible damage. The creatures get their nutrients from the mucous membranes and blood in which they live in. To survive the bloody environment, the aerobic gram-negative diplococci surround themselves with polysaccharide capsules. Major adhesions known as pili create the twitching motions of the cells. These alarming structures extend several thousands of nanometers beyond the capsule to bind themselves to the human epithelial cells. These pili are essential for the neisserias to pass through the epithelial mucus layers and over the surfaces to form their colonies. These awful meningococcal beasts are known as the Neisseria meningitidis. To replicate, the Neisseria split themselves in two, a process called binary fission. This process disturbingly involves DNA replication, chromosome segregation, and results in a horrifying cytokinesis. Creating 2 genetically identical daughter cells allows them to continue to replicate without genetic abnormalities or changes that would affect their growth or their ability to be parasitic to humans. Due to their weakness outside of the human body, the meningococci spread through the respiratory droplets by way of sneezing, coughing, but they may also spread by small children biting on their toys. But the spreadation continues as another child is quick to chew the freshly meningococci slathered toy. Victims of this horror include infants who are often left defenseless, leaving them vulnerable to these dreadful beasts. However, the spreadation does not end with the children. It also aims to destroy the futures of young adults, especially favorite pastimes such as couples who happen to kiss a lot, and those who infect one another by way of sharing forks and knives. The closer the reservoirs, the easier these meningococci may attack and spread like fire. Surprisingly, the spread of these beasts across victims need not be from individuals presenting disease or infection. 10% of the population are healthy carriers who harbor these deadly bacteria in the back of their nose and throat. Disease presentation starts out with cold-like symptoms, not even serious enough to go see the doctor. This means people are far less likely to visit the doctor because they are not willing to pay for the visit if it is just a cold. Other symptoms may include a fever, headache, rash consisting of small spots, nausea, irritability, and anxiety. The CDC reports that the Neisseria meningitidis can become deadly in a matter of hours, so early diagnosis with a blood test or a spinal tap is important if you think you have the disease. To prevent further spreadation, people in close contact with the victim are advised to start a prophylactic antibiotic regimen. A vaccine is available that treats all 3 types of the disease, and it is suggested for people ages 10 to 25 years old. A previous infection will not offer lifelong protection from further infections. You can get reinfected. The key to survive is early diagnosis. Several hours can make the difference between life and death. Neisseria meningitis is the nightmare that continues to live forever.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Lock it down.
It's a red nerve, but I